Caitlin Clark was supposed to be coached by Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve.
Because Clark traded Cheryl Reeve, who was the coach of her team, or was to be the coach of her team.
Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier, they traded their coaches. They didn't trade any players in the draft. They traded their coaches.
But I cannot believe she traded the coach.
Caitlin Clark just made the most shocking move of the 2025 WNBA All-Star Draft, live on national television. No one could believe it. Not only did she pick players, she traded her own coach. Yes, you heard that right. Caitlin Clark sent Cheryl Reeve packing, and the entire league is still trying to process what just happened. Reeve never saw it coming, but Caitlin, she knew exactly what she was doing.
The WNBA All-Star Draft was fun between Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier, the team captains, picking the players, picking the rosters.
The All-Star Draft began like any other. Smiles, laughter, casual banter. Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier were team captains, but then Clark flipped the script. In what was supposed to be a fun, feel-good moment, Caitlin executed one of the coldest power plays in WNBA history. She didn't trade a player, she traded her coach. A silent revenge right in front of the league.
Caitlin Clark was supposed to be coached by Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve.
Reeve had been assigned to coach Clark, the same Reeve who led Team USA, the squad that infamously left Caitlin Clark off the Olympic roster. On live TV, Caitlin calmly said, "I don't know if this is in the rules, I don't care. We're trading the coach." That wasn't a move, that was a message.
Of course, Reeve is Collier's head coach for the Minnesota Lynx, so that makes sense.
Enter Sandy Brondello, coach of the New York Liberty. She took over Clark's squad, and guess what? Napheesa Collier, who plays for Reeve in Minnesota, gladly accepted her back. But this wasn't about comfort. This wasn't strategy. This was personal history playing out on the biggest stage.
The drama is going to come from Reeve having previously been critical on social media about the amount of attention Clark received relative to the rest of the league.
Caitlin Clark and Cheryl Reeve's tension didn't start today. Reeve has been accused of minimizing Clark's influence and calling her success media hype. Then came the deleted tweets. Then came Christine Brennan's book linking Reeve to Clark's Olympic snub. Reeve denies everything, but fans aren't buying it.
Clark traded Cheryl Reeve, who was the coach of her team, or was to be the coach of her team, to Collier for Sandy Brondello, the coach of the New York Liberty.
So Caitlin Clark took her shot. She didn't yell, she didn't rant. She just smiled and moved with precision. No drama, no theatrics. She sent a message not just to Reeve, but to the entire league. I'm not here to play politics. I'm here to win, and I won't sit for someone who never believed in me.
I don't know that I've heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star game. This is something that you're agreeing to, Fee. There's no terms to this deal.
And it wasn't just who Clark got rid of, it's who she brought in. Sandy Brondello has always respected Caitlin's game, and now she's coaching Clark and Sabrina Ionescu on the same team. Is this the beginning of a quiet recruitment? Fans are buzzing. Is Caitlin headed to New York someday?
Caitlin Clark taking her teammates we knew, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell. She's also taken Sabrina Ionescu and the pink-haired player known as Asia Wilson. That's right.
And it wasn't just who Clark got rid of, it's who she brought in. Sandy Brondello has always respected Caitlin's game, and now she's coaching Clark and Sabrina Ionescu on the same team. Is this the beginning of a quiet recruitment? Fans are buzzing. Is Caitlin headed to New York someday?
She made sure she picked no ops, as people like to call them. She made sure there were no ops on her team.
And Caitlin Clark also wound up with all of the Fever members on her squad as well, meaning Aaliyah Boston, Clark, and Kelsey Mitchell will be a trio in Indianapolis.
Her strategy? Simple. No ops allowed. She picked friends, allies, former teammates, people she trusts. Sonia Citron, Gabby Williams, Kiki Iriafen, and every Fever teammate possible. Aaliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell were locked in early. Even her wildcard pick sent a message.
Picked none of her rivals, other than Aja Wilson, because as Ken Swift's graphic says, Team Caitlyn, no ops allowed, except Aja.
She grabbed Satu Sabali, one of her loudest supporters. Then came the biggest pick, Aja Wilson, 2-time MVP, arguably the best in the world. Clark knew what she was doing. Sure, Aja once had some awkward press moments with Caitlyn, but she's too good to pass up. Caitlyn isn't petty, she's selective.
Here she picks her teammate, Courtney Williams. She picks her UConn alum, Brianna Stewart. Paige Beckers.
Meanwhile, Nafisa Collier was stirring the pot. Live on TV, when Angel Reese's name came up, she leaned in and said, "Me bound," a nickname that once tore Angel apart online. 2 seats away, Caitlin Clark didn't flinch. No smirk, no reaction, just ice.
Clark should have a very fast team there. When you look at it, I mean, Williams is really fast for a forward. Obviously, Kelsey's very fast. Citron's very fast. Jackie Young's one of my favorite players. Area Finn, a rookie, can get up and down the floor. UNESCO can help spread the floor along with Kelsey and Clark so they can really shoot.
But Angel Reese? She flipped the narrative. She turned Me-Bound into a brand. Double-doubles every game. She walks into arenas like nothing can touch her. And you know what? Even Clark has to respect that. Silently, she probably does.
I think Caitlyn's got a better team.
Now let's look at Team Clark. This isn't a random lineup. This is a super team in disguise. Clark at point, Sabrina at shooting guard, Sabali at the wing, Boston in the post, Aja dominating the front court. That's firepower.
Caitlyn made sure to get some size. She actually passed up on Paige Beckers to take Sabali, and she took Aja Wilson with her 3rd pick. If Aja had fallen any further down the board, that would have been a wee bit of a controversy, if we're being real about it. But Clark picked her, I think, just in time.
Her bench, even deeper. Kelsey Mitchell, walking flamethrower. Gabby Williams, defensive monster. Citron, deadly slasher. Kiki, young and explosive. Jackie Young, a future MVP. Kayla Thornton, the glue piece. Smart, fast, aggressive. This team doesn't just play, they destroy.
But there's got to be something in the back of Caitlyn's mind that still feels a little miffed, even if Reeve wasn't directly responsible for her not making the Olympic.
And here's the petty cherry on top. Clark passed on Paige Bucher's media darling, fan favorite. Everyone thought she'd go early, but Clark left her hanging. Chose Satu Sabali instead. Strategic? Yes, but maybe a little personal too.
Has surpassed everybody in the amount of time that she has played in the WNBA. She fills up every arena in every town that she goes to. Teams have to go to bigger arenas.
And here's the twist nobody saw coming. Sandy Brondello coaching Clark and Sabrina together. This might be the 2028 Liberty Recruitment soft launch. Get her in the room, let her feel the system, show her a coach that believes in her entire game.
Truth is truth. Slightly exaggerated truth is still not a lie.
Because, let's face it, Clark isn't built for corners. She's a floor general, a playmaker, a storm waiting to be unleashed. Steph White in Indiana. She's holding her back. But Brondello, she gets it.
Who do you think, A, picked the best team, and B, who do you think's going to win?
Fans were already joking. If Clark was in New York, her signature shoe deal would have dropped yesterday. New York doesn't just play ball, they build legends. Brianna Stewart, Jonquel Jones, Sabrina, and maybe one day, Clark. This all-star coaching moment might be just the beginning.
Make this big, you have to give me your #1 overall pick and your teammate, Aaliyah Boston.
Absolutely not. Not happening. Good try.
Team Collier, on the other hand, built like a power forward convention. Stewart, Nika, Angel Reese, Alyssa Thomas, even Paige, technically a guard, plays like a forward. Tough, yes. Explosive, not quite. And spacing, practically non-existent.
Drama storylines can be spun for fun in this regard. Not to mention that the exhibition still has juice.
Oh, and the wildest moment? Feed tried to trade for Aaliyah Boston and Sabrina Ionescu. No joke. Clark just laughed and said, "Good try." The kind of thing you say to a toddler trying to trade a crayon for your iPhone. Zoom out, and this isn't just a draft. It's the real WNBA storyline unfolding. Cheryl Reeve coaching against Clark, the same Reeve who snubbed her from Team USA. And now, the world's watching. This all-star game isn't just about stats. It's about who's writing the narrative. And right now, Caitlin Clark owns the pen.